imagine it. But something that has, there we go. We got the level 1s that have been rampant in the LPL, and Top Esports looking for a potential late level 1 with this Braum.
The Braum level 1, we saw, of course, Anyone's Legend try it in that last game and get stopped by Nautilus, who was also very strong at that level 1. They go walking into the enemy jungle. They don't find that much, but they will manage to maybe drop down a ward onto the first buff of the game. See whether Mako can do that. And Mako, this will be his 129th game on Braum across his career. He has played so much of this champion. I cannot tell you how much. But folks, there are people in their careers who haven't played 129 games total. He's played it on one champion. He's actually, with this, draws level to his Alistar as most played champion for all time. Both.
I could be a little bit more priority for TN.
Do that Scout. Well, I mean, if you got that winning bot side, it makes it really, really easy to do that. Scout. He was saying how good Scout was on Jace, and having the early lane control really helps. Now, Scout is not always known. As a laning specialist within the LPL. But
Addition to this mid lane and something we need to see come together if LNG want to be productive in this split, it feels like, because that has been something that's definitely been lacking a lot so far. Jackie Love and Mako get the full push under the turret here under Gala and Hung's Ire. It is going to be a full clear towards top side here, and there is a push already by 369.
Yeah, but this is also just a top lane matchup where I don't think you're going to get dives off here. Zek is very, very happy to just clear out. So this will probably be just pushing lanes, trying to contest on scuttles. Weiwei and TN might be able to. Yeah, but this is also just a top lane matchup where I don't think you're going to get dives off here. Zek is very, very happy to just clear out. So this will probably be just pushing lanes, trying to contest on scuttles. Weiwei and TN might be able to have a bit of a confrontation there. Weiwei will be able to meet TN there with the ward just placed. We will spot 369.
Arctic Assault hits with the max distance. Ixtal's impact into the wall gets the chain combo there with the electrocuted. Well by TN, flash by Weiwei, wants a little bit more fight here, but he's burning pretty heavily, just looking to assert dominance early.
Okay, so what's this going to mean for the top lane, though? I don't quite see the wave state. It's about even, so it's not going to be a freeze on one side or the other. But the early pressure in mid lane from Scout,
Cream actually a little fancy with it, but a little too fancy with it, and he finds himself left out to dry, no flash, nothing to hold on to, and
but the early pressure in mid lane from Scout, Cream
actually fancy with it, but a little too fancy with it, and he finds himself left out to dry, no flash, nothing to hold on to, and first blood goes to none other than Scout.
So the early plan from Scout is take the hard trades and use that to allow Weiwei to just wrecking ball through the top side. Yeah, the flash forwards in top jungle, maybe a bit ambitious, but goes. Straight in towards mid. Comfort on the Yone.
Since you got me out in the open, now I'm ready to dive in.
Can't get anything done. Now 3v2 in bot side.
Mako lockdown here. Actually, the engage from Hung's pretty huge, and Weiwei having made presence down here. One more attack from Gala, and that's 2 already on the board for LNG in a series where this should be top esports favor.
Yeah, fantastic early game from Weiwei. Has now impacted all 3 lanes across the map. He doesn't have flash, he doesn't have HP, so maybe Tien can walk in and maybe stop it. If he can stop his recall, he might be able to mess around with his next respawn of camps. You can see that the bot side's just gone up away with solo HP. Yeah, Tien might be looking for these bot side camps. Scout needs to come down if they're going to really fight this, I think, but maybe it's just enough to have Hung and Gala there.
I'm playing with fire here, literally. How often do you get to say that? There's just a zombie walking around here. I don't know, he's just shambling ominously.
The last minute has been quite intricate, in fact, because we're going to go back to this bot side. We can see what happens here where Scout, he's taking some really good early trades, but Cream, I don't know what happens here. He queues in and then realizes, oh no, that's a problem. He probably could have E'd forwards and gotten out safely that way. As soon as he presses that E, he realistically knows he's dead. He does get the flash from Scout on the other side. After this point, though, Scout did a really... good job of making sure he can be present. Offside fight.
You might not have time to speak. Try to cut the angle here, but damage from Gala is good. Satchel charge connects, one more auto, takes Mako down.
As soon as he presses that, he realistically knows he's dead. He does get the flash from Scout on the other side. After this point, though, Scout did a really good job of making sure he could be present. Offside fight.
You might not have time to speak. Jackie Love in trouble. He's going to try to cut the angle here, but damage from Gala is good. Satchel charge connects, one more auto, takes Mako down. And LNG have found continuous pressure here. Almost 2,000 gold up, 6 minutes in. Hung going to try to bait out the backstop by Jackie Love, but he's cool under pressure.
I think he was trying to bait out the flash from Jackie Love because he sounded like, haha, do this. He didn't really want to go under turret, but he would have taken that either the cleanse or the flash for free, all the same. He's going to walk away and recall completely fine. LNG, you highlighted the bot lane. We said, okay, Jackie Love, Mako, they're looking on such good form. Because of Weiwei's early pathing and Scout helping him with his low wave state, it's flowed all the way down to the bot side of the map, where Gala and Hung use that to take some really good... has started winning out.
Yeah, it definitely has. Oh, Kareem, he's in a lot of trouble now too, and it's a Hama Slamma type evening there. Fate Sealed is gonna get him out of there with the help of the Q3, but at least damage done in mid lane, and it also